Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to the beginning of our next part of our Kingdom of Prussia Let's Play with DarthMod Napoleon and Napoleon Total War. If you would like to, please subscribe. It definitely helps grow the channel and get the name out there. Also, if you wish to do so, please leave a like. And also, you can leave a comment in the comments section. I definitely enjoy engaging with everyone in the comments. If it is of interest to you, in the description there is a link to a donation for a GoFundMe campaign if you wish to support the channel monetarily, because we are not monetized here on YouTube. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a peek at the world where we left off. We are indeed marching on Württemberg here. We've got Louis Ferdinand and our reinforcements with Johann Sigismund Busching. Interesting name indeed. But let's where this unit, oh yes, that was in the battle, that's why that unit's depleted. Makes sense. But we captured Hanover with Blücher in the last episode. We're going to wait for this army to replenish a little bit, and then we're going to send it down here. We don't need to replenish too much. Our units are still pretty decent strength, because the French only have a very small force here under Henri de la Borde and their castle garrison, which is not a lot. It's 5 troops, 7 if you include the 2 garrison regiments that are there. Cleves is still in the recruitment stage, so we're still managing to hold up pretty well there. Right. I think we're good to end this turn. We're doing quite well for the money, so that's very good. How's our recruitment looking? We're not recruiting anything at the moment. However, we have got these 2 units here. And I believe what I'm doing with these is, yes, I am starting another army. That's what we're going to be doing, starting another army in Berlin. And we're going to be using them to deal with Mecklenburg, because that is something we need to get on top of pretty quick. Bavaria is also a protectorate. We liberated them from the frogs, so they're rather pleased. Austria is advancing down here, so hopefully they can keep this Württemberg army out of our hair. It'll be a lot of garrison troops at the Battle of Stuttgart here, so we don't really want them to reinforce too much. Look at the experience on that line infantry. Wow. They really took a pounding, didn't they? Let's go ahead and end the turn. Alright, here we are back indeed. We got a gentleman. Johann, ain't that wonderful? He's all the way out in Danzig. Oh yes, we were gonna... Oh. Can I not make a school? Oh, I'm making it down here. That's why, okay. We'll move this guy down here because that's going to be a school. Oh yes, here's another Johann. Are these both Johann? They are. Apparently Johann is the popular name of the year in Prussia. Unit recruited, musketeers and cleaves. Absolutely fantastic. Liking that. Ooh, Prussian Jäger. Zuferd. Mounted Jägers. Ooh, very saucy. Lancers. Dragoons. Dragoons are pretty great for Prussia. Let's see, what should we recruit here? I'm feeling more... Let's do a cavalry. Do we want to do hussars? Yeah. Let's do more hussars. And... maybe a unit of Jaeger. Actually, no, let's do the musketeers, just so that we can beef the army up more. How's this looking? Yeah, that's pretty good. Whoa, where did these troops come from? I guess they must have done a little spot recruitment there. Ah, good. Austria has indeed helped deal with that issue there. Let's march on Stuttgart. Bring these troops up in reinforcement. We'll lay siege to that. Oh, we should be pretty... we're good to go in for the attack there. They've just got a bunch of Landwehr garrison, line garrison troops. Bunch of armed citizenry. They have no artillery and no light. So I think we're going to be pretty good to take that battle to them. We do have quite a lot of stuff we can actually build financially. But at the moment... Ooh, let's go for some Black Brunswickers here. And some Swiss line. And some Hussars. We really want to try and build up that army in Berlin. How is Saxony doing? They're pretty good. Excuse me if you hear my nose going off a bit like that. During the end turn phase, I had a nose attack. I was indeed assaulted by it. But that's just my issue. I think one more turn. And then we'll go after Kassel. We'll let our troops rest up a bit more. But we're going to do this little attack here with Johann. With our reinforcements of 596 men, some fusiliers and musketeers. They're terrific. We have got our Swiss line and our Black Brunswickers in this army, as well as a ton of artillery and some heavy cav. So we're going to knock him off the field. Let's go ahead and give it a little saving. Ooh. There it is. Let's get into the battle. The Battle of Stuttgart. 1805. Well, here we are in the battlefield. I just had a great nose blow during that loading screen, so let's take a look at what they're fielding here. Here's their Landwehr garrison. That is a bright flag. That stands out. We won't miss them. What else we got back here? Some armed citizenry. That officer is fancy. What is he, the mayor? Line infantry garrisons. These are their regularish troops here. This is pretty well the best stuff that they can field is their line. I don't think they really have anything else terrific. They got their general staff, citizens on the wall. Everything else is pretty much Landwehr and garrison line. So we have a fairly good chance here. Let's figure out what we should do with our artillery. This position is not really favorable for our guns, but there's this nice hill here. And I do believe we're going to put our guns on that. However, they're horse artillery, so that means we can move them real quick, which is going to be very, very handy. Where else is a good spot we can move our guns up to? Good-ish, I suppose. Well, up here is okay. We'll have some good shots with canister there, so they're already there. That's good. Let us put our dragoons together on the left, just because they're depleted a bit. Our cuirassiers, they can pretty well handle themselves. They're quite good heavy cav, so we'll put them here. There's those fancy boys. Very nice indeed. Let's get our grenadiers selected. They're over there for some reason. And we're going to bring our grenadiers over to the right. Let's spread them out a little more. There we go. We're going to extend them. There's our fusiliers. There we go. Our musketeers, I should say, actually. Fusiliers are the light troops. Let's put our Black Brunswickers here. And we'll get our Swiss infantry on the left. Oh, we can actually extend a bit more. Terrific. What do we got? We got our Fusiliers too. We don't want to forget these guys. Let's put them over here. They're going to act as line. And we've got our Jaeger. Our Prussian Free Corps Jaeger. Well, aren't they neat? Let's do that. That should be an alright setup. And then I think we're good to go. Let's have our main general in the center. And then I'll have the other general with the Swiss. Right. Oh yes, let's look at the Black Brunswickers. Love that. Look at that Prussian black. Excellent stuff with the skull cap. Wonderful. Right, let's get into it. So we don't need to worry about really rushing too terribly, because they don't have cavalry, they don't have artillery, they just have a bunch of line stuff. Let's bring these Black Brunswickers up here. And then we'll move up our musketeers right here for now. We will indeed work on a better position for them. And our guns, well, probably going to do a bit better in the woods there. Just in terms of the positioning available to us. Our Swiss foot, let's try to monopolize this tiny little ridge. Then we got our Fusiliers to come around the flank. And our Freikorps Jaeger. They're going to try and hit them from the rear. Along with our Dragoons there. So Crassier. Move them up there into that front of the woods. Here come the brave Prussian Grenadiers. Some saucy creatures, indeed. This hill is fantastic for artillery. However, we are going to want to move them forward a bit, just so that we can have a better angle on the hill. I think a little bit more should do it. The troops are just kind of running around in the city. They're not really too sure what to do. Let's see, does our range reach? Ooh, just. But that hill's good. I really like that hill for artillery. I think we can go ahead and safely move our Brunswickers down to this fence line. And we want to claim this terrain here because it's elevated a bit. We don't want to be stuck down in the ground. I think this will be good for our artillery actually, so let's move it up. And we'll have our Swiss foot just in a supporting role. Get them to go around the left along with our Fusiliers, because our Fusiliers are not the best at standing their ground, especially against cavalry. I mean, they don't have any cavalry, but there's this general staff. And if they charge our Fusiliers, they don't have the option to form square. And I like that about the light infantry in the LME4 mod, is they actually make them a bit more independent. They don't need to be absolutely supported by a line. They can indeed hold their own and form square and things like that. Oh, excellent. Look at all that smoke from our cannons. Looks like we gave those armed citizens a little bit of a fright there. Oh, we got a nice chunk of them. This is going to be a real saucy field battle here. I think we're pretty safe to move these down a little bit more. Yes. So I really like that position. We can now also set up these guns so that they can get some good shots onto their left flank here. Oh wow, that's a weird formation our Swiss line have got themselves in. Let's try and position a little better. Yes. Oof. Apparently I selected one of the Swiss foot in that, but that's okay. Where's our Jaegers? Where the hell are they? Oh, here they are. Oh yeah, they're gonna have a nice time on that little hill there. Let's get our Dragoons back behind this hill. They're gonna be good at giving them a fright. I think... oh yeah, we could get a better... we could get a much better angle with our Fusiliers. His armed citizens are firing. Let's pull these back a bit. What is happening to these? Are you all clumped up in a weird position? Same for that armed citizen unit. Looks like our Crassier are in a good position to charge the flank of that Landwehr. So we do want to try and bring him to us. That is the intent. We able to canister? Oh, just. Let's. Why isn't this gun ready to move? Oh yeah, we can just canister it, I think. There we go. Move this gun around. And then we'll angle these musketeers so as to protect the flank. Looks like they're engaging on this side, which is very interesting. That is interesting. Let's have our dragoons charge this Landwehr unit over here. Have them get a downhill charge. Our Fusiliers are getting some pretty good shots. That's the nice thing about Fusiliers, is their accuracy, I do believe, is improved. 44 over the 34 of Musketeers. So they're pretty good indeed. Looks like they're still making their way up over here. I feel this unit's a bit exposed. Let's move these more center-like. This unit can move in. Let's move up this artillery piece to here. We can also move up this cannon now. Let's advance our Swiss foot. We've got this side running. I mean, just the immense amount of casualties that we've inflicted. Oh god. Our cavalry went charging through the stakes. That's not very good. I think we can safely bring our general up here. We're definitely going to need our general in the center. Go after that Landwehr unit just standing there. We have got their entire flank routed, which is excellent. Oh, is that his general there? It is. Let's move in the Cuirassiers. See if we can get him. Okay. We need to move up this flank. There we go. Support that artillery. Why am I not surprised that Landwehr came back? Let's pull out our cav and send them back that way. And we'll send them back to go deal with that. Where's this general going? Oh, well. Let's send this cavalry into that Landwehr there. Oh yeah, that artillery is just ripping them apart in the center. Let's move up the Black Brunswickers. And I feel our grenadiers can come up too. What else is happening here? You people really need to get out of that. Okay. Advance. Fusiliers. We need to pull back the Jaegers. That's his Landwehr garrison, apparently. Let's try and get them in the flank with our cavalry. These guns are ready to unlimber. Let's put these ones over here. I think that should be okay. Oopsies. We'll move our Swiss foot here. Yeah, we can get canister with that. Put these Swiss here. We'll move these back. Oops. They've turned around to fire their cavalry. That's unfortunate. And now our horses are stuck on our retreating horses. So that's sucky. How's the Cuirassier doing? They just rolled them up. So roll into the Landwehr there. Oh yeah, we got our reinforcements coming in. So that's good. I think we're going to need to bring our general over here. How are you people doing on the flank? You can extend your line more so that everybody can shoot. And Swiss foot. Let's get you. Yeah, you can do canister into there, which is very good. Okay, you need to move up. Oh, what? It's charged as general. That's just silly. Pull out the Cuirassier. We actually routed that Landwehr with what was left of this Dragoon unit. Excellent.
We have killed their general.
And their general's
now
dead. Who did we kill? Ottokar Bach. Ah! We've killed Bach's relatives. But don't worry, he will be back. Move into the town. I think we'll be okay here. Oh, jeez. No. Not what I intended to do with that unit. However, the good thing is, this line infantry garrison is going to be shot from both sides by canister. And I think we can move up our musketeers through the town. Our Brunswickers can protect the flank. These grenadiers need to move up. I don't know why his general suicide charged us. Let's run down those Landwehr there. And shoot our cannons at that line infantry garrison. We'll give our cavalry a rest so that we don't lose any more of it. Let's move these Fusiliers up to here. They just came in as reinforcements. Yes, we forgot to move up this flank, which is incredibly sucky because now this Swiss is exposed. So let's pull it back and plop the Fusiliers in here because that's line infantry troops there. Get our Jaeger to start shooting at them now. There we go. I think that should be okay there. Let's move this Swiss unit up. These musketeers can also come up now. And we can move up our cannon. Let's go ahead and move up the center line. These grenadiers can capture this ground. Very good. Those Cuirassiers took care of that nicely. We'll pull them back now, try to preserve as much of the cav as we can. Let's move our Fusiliers up on the hill. And we'll bring the Swiss foot around. Move the Jaeger up here. And we'll try and swoop in the rear. What's happening here? Yeah. They're just getting harassed. I'm gonna send this gun around the other way. Can move up these troops more. This is actually a pretty good spot right here for these grenadiers. There's a Cuirassier. Here they are. Let's go this way. I don't like the look of those stakes they've got in the ground there. There we go. You try to do as much mobile warfare as possible. Let's keep moving up and we can press them a bit more. Actually, I think this battle is going to take up this episode. We've still got more advancing to do. Fighting through cities is terrible. They always retreat through a town. Oh, God. It's a lot of manual positioning. And it's very tedious, I find. Let's keep these units back in reserve. Look, our Fusiliers have arrived. Let's bring our artillery over. So, oh, this is good, yes. I want to put them right here.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
It'll let us shoot on them pretty good. Put the Jaeger down in that forest. Fusiliers to the left of the gun. Swiss foot. How are you people doing? You're walking. Please run. How are you? Brunswickers, you're gonna get a volley? Oh my lord, they're still loading. There they go. I feel like that didn't hit very much. There we go. Now these squids have come back. Oh god. Keep moving in. Crassier, can you please help deal with that? I guess we can move our cavalry back over a bit. There we go. We're gonna move our Swiss foot down to give fire. There we go. And our musketeers can move in. See what I mean by a lot of hand positioning and manual movement? And how this can be rather tedious. Oh look, another one's come back. This is the one thing about DarthMod. The units come back so frequently. They really make you have a longer battle, don't they? Oh boy. Yes, I've been intending to say that this is one of the few videos back right after Easter. So if you observe and celebrate Easter, I hope you had a happy Easter and a fantastic holiday. We got a great victory there, heroic victory. And there's our battle results. And we've captured it. Ah. Do we need to take this one? I don't remember. We're gonna liberate it. It gives us a friendly government, which is good. Württemberg. Oh, it counts it. Württemberg. Oh, because they're a protectorate, it actually counts as a captured region. Oh, nice. Very good indeed. So we'll keep these troops here to defend Württemberg, because the froggies are right over here, and I believe it might be Napoleon in Strasbourg there. But Württemberg has arisen, and the old Württemberg is dead. But this brings us to the end of our episode. And, oh, that's a pretty big Swiss army in there, isn't it? Eesh. And hopefully you have enjoyed. If you wish to do so, please subscribe, like, and comment. Helps get the channel name out there, and it's lots of fun to engage with you. What we'll do next time is we'll end a turn, and then we'll go after Kassel, fight the frogs there, take that out, build up our troops in Berlin to deal with Mecklenburg at some point here. And the army from Cleves is still going to stand fast, be prepared for any incursion. That's our guard division, basically. And from our Mecklenburg standpoint, we're going to take out Oldenburg and then Denmark and deal with those people. But the way things are standing right now, it looks like we're doing pretty good. We're making fantastic progress. We're certainly pushing back the Confederation of the Rhine. And the frogs are not going to be able to withstand too much longer with that. Who's over here? Jean Renier. Okay. Who's this? John Moore. John Moore's in the London area. And I'm going to assume that's Wellington in there. Not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it might be. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've had a happy Easter. The videos might be coming out a little more slowly due to school commitments and all that stuff. Got some tests and exams and college fun, and a bunch of final assignments and projects due. And for the next couple weeks, there might be no videos for 2 to 4 weeks, starting from about April 17th. So we'll be visiting with family. So there won't be a capability to produce videos for you here, unfortunately, but that's your precursor warning. If you wonder why there's an absence of films on the channel, they will be returning as soon as we are finished up with that. Ta-ta!